Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Easy Allies Reactions. Today we are reacting to EA Play. I'm Michael Damiani. Today I'm joined by Ian Hank,
Hey.
Brandon Jones,
Hey!
Daniel Bloodworth,
Hello.
Michael, bring back Dead Space, you fucking cowards.
Bring
Huber,
it back, you fucking cowards.
and Brad Ellis.
Pew pew. Star Wars.
Yay!
Yeah.
So Star Wars. Star
Oh,
Wars. We're going to see some Star Wars gameplay today.
There's a lot. If you want to get into it, Damiani, there's a lot we can talk about.
Oh, we have 15 minutes, Jones. Talk away.
Go on, Jones.
Sorry, we
Yeah.
got 13 minutes. We got 13
Fill
minutes, Jones.
time, Jones.
Yeah, man. I see you're a Mass Effect remaster, and I raise you a KOTOR 1 and 2 remaster.
Holy shit. Yo.
Both.
Ooh.
With added,
Put on Switch at least.
with like added KOTOR 2 content, because there was stuff they made that never made it into the game because they were running so fast.
That would be cool, Jones. That'd be really, really cool. Like a Redux or something, director's cut. I like that.
KOTOR 1 and
Presentations.
KOTOR 1 and 2 on Switch, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's on phones already.
I got it on mobile. It was, it's like even like Final Fantasy 1 on mobile is like, it's like I need a D-pad. Stop this.
Yeah.
Stop this nonsense. I need to press buttons. But that's my big curiosity is what they've talked about remasters. They went and said it. They pseudo confirmed it that they were interested.
Well, they did Burnout. They did Command and Conquer. See what's
I could
what's up
see
next.
I could see Mass Effect going on to Switch.
Oh, for sure.
It's been heavily rumored.
Yeah,
not in a Switch version, but
it
a
was
Mass
on
Effect.
Wii U, so I mean.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, in the same vein as Command and Conquer, it would be pretty cool to see like some kind of SimCity collection.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Bloodworth. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean,
Sim Ant, Sim Farm, SimCity 2000, dude.
Bring SimCity back, you cowards.
Do they publish Kingdoms of Amalur? Is that them?
Yeah, but it's owned by THQ
Oh yeah, it's
Nordic
owned by
now.
THQ Nordic.
We're
now.
getting Re-Reckoning.
We are getting it. That's cool.
Re-reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of this is obviously fairly predictable. We're going to see Star Wars Squadrons. That's confirmed. We're going to see Apex Legends at some point. We're going to see FIFA, Madden.
Whatever Joseph Ferris is working on.
Just
Yes.
Bring it up.
Yes.
What is Joseph?
Yes.
Hyping this up.
Yeah.
What will he have to say? And we have bad things to say about EA again.
If there is a Way Out sequel or anything, that'd be really, really awesome.
Yeah, 2 ways out. Let's do it.
Oh wait,
Let's settle in. We missed a bet. We should have had a bet on
Boom,
that.
countdown.
Whoa, 11 minutes.
Music. Whoa.
Is Dragon Age gonna show up?
I
been a
think
minute.
We
it
could
should.
get
I feel like
Might,
a tease,
dude,
right?
yeah.
We could get an Andromeda style Mass Effect or Dragon Age tease.
I think in every single EA press conference, there's at least one franchise that's just knocking on the door and like that probably won't happen. And that's like totally Dragon Age. Like they should. That's the cost you get for having a trailer at the Game Awards. It's fun, but then like stuff like this rolls around.
Jones.
And it's like, if you have nothing, even if it won't be what I want, but even if we just get like a studio tour or just a Zoom call, it's like, at least you did something. At least you were like, even if it was the equivalent of like when we found out Jedi Fallen Order's title from like Andrea's like in the crowd.
Oh
like,
my
even if
god.
even if it's just that, like if they don't say the words Dragon Age at all, that'll be weird.
Yeah.
Jones.
That'll not be, that'll make me sad.
All my energy right now coming your way, dude.
For what?
SSX.
Yeah, dude. No, not Dragon Age.
Oh!
For Dragon Age. I mean, that's my Shenmue. That's my Shenmue.
That's my shit.
Look into my eyes, bro.
That's-
That's my Shenmue.
SSX.
Not Final Fantasy VI remake. Not,
Do you snowboard in real life, Jones?
I've snowboarded before, terribly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, you would die if you tried to do any of the stuff in SSX. That's like
You would die.
why I
Yeah.
tackled so
maybe
much playing the
you.
first game.
Have they
I don't
ever
know.
ruled out Fallen Order expansions? That they said that they
Don't
wouldn't
know.
do that?
I was thinking about that. I don't know. It's possible.
Because I feel like that game did so well last year. It would make sense for them to
Prequel
do an
DLC
add-on.
or
Yeah.
epilogue
And even
DLC.
to use it as like, here's a cross-gen game that we can put out really quick.
Yeah.
Luke.
When Miles Morales got announced, and all we could really compare it to, or what we compared it to first, was Lost Legacy. It reminded me like there's not a lot of examples of that, of just this
Right.
weird kind of stopgap. And I wonder if more people, if EA is thinking about that for any of their franchises, just considering like the generation is going to end, so they're like, do we want to wait and release something in this franchise 4 or 5 years into this gen, or should we just bang out something right now based on the, even if you go back to the same planets in Fallen Order, and there's just like new stuff. It'd be interesting if that was standalone, if they were like, get people addicted to this $20 thing, and then they'll be like, oh, this is really fun. I should probably get the whole game because I never did. But they're EA, so probably not.
Yeah, Infamous has done that a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
And then depending on like how you look at it, I mean, Majora's Mask was kind of that. Perfect Dark was kind of that. So
I mean, we waited a long time for Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark didn't just zip around the year
3
after.
years, but
dude, those were 3. Because 3 years in the 90s is like, 5, 6 years now.
Really, chat? Jones sounds weird? How?
Jones sounds fine on my end.
Yeah, Jones sounds fine. Did you? If you're hearing any audio thing, can you just do a refresh and tell me it still sounds weird? Yeah, people saying it sounds fine. Okay.
I'll be quiet during the presentation.
He's just saying weird things.
Yeah, maybe you're confusing.
Yeah. KOTOR 2
sound weird.
I'm too quiet. Well, I'll boost myself. How about that, chat? How's that now?
Boosted.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh yeah, this is nice.
One of these 100 organizations. There's a spread.
There we go.
That's cool.
Are we gonna see Anthem update?
Yes.
Ooh.
Update?
I feel like
probably will.
Anthem. I feel like Apex Legends on Switch.
Apex Legends on Switch. You know what?
That's
Sure.
not a bad
Sure.
call.
Sure.
Anthem, I really wonder. I don't know.
So I'm never gonna get my thing. I'm not getting my Titanfall 3. Never getting it. It's cool.
Not for a while, at least.
Never getting
No, I don't think so.
Sorry,
I think we would more likely see Titanfall stuff coming into Apex than a standalone
Yeah.
game.
Did they ever say they were stopping Battlefront 2 DLC? Is that something where we could get
Palpatine.
He's already in the game.
some squadrons?
Dead
2
Palpatine.
crossover?
I do know that they were pretty much saying that like they were putting a button on Need for Speed Heat and starting to work on the next game.
Yes, I would love to see Need for Speed.
But I don't think we would see it. Like the way they just talked about that like a week or two ago.
I want Leia DLC from episode 9. She got force powers and she's just like throwing stuff.
It just
Just-
doesn't feel like that's coming.
Zombie Palpatinian, where he's like hooked up to tubes and shit.
Yeah. Like he's
Dude.
a giant apparatus.
That'd be
Just,
awesome.
like, floating around.
He's attached to the spider from Wild Wild West.
The Jedi
Yes,
are
dude.
dead.
Kenneth Branagh shows up, is like controlling the spider.
Isn't there something, not to be optimistic, but isn't there some Star Wars project that's like we don't know, or that all of
game?
these weird things got
I
canceled?
thought the one we
eventually
didn't
led
know was
to?
from Motive, which is doing Squadron. So that's probably it.
So that's it. Oh man, that's where we are.
I feel like there's.
I think
Is there another one?
a shadowy Star Wars game is like a carrot that EA dangles in front of everyone just to make us think things are still in the works when they're really not.
They don't deserve the license.
They don't deserve it.
No, I'm just kidding.
He said it.
Kind of don't. Well, now
we could get like
Fallen
4 or
Order
5
is good.
Fallen Order.
announcements.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it was all right. Yeah.
That's Respawn. I'll give it to Respawn on that.
Sure.
Yeah. EA just cashing the checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just last year that had the Command & Conquer mobile game, or was that 2 years ago?
I think that was more than.
It was an
Like a
E3
while ago.
Rivals.
Yeah, are we getting any mobile goodness?
Oh boy.
I wouldn't
Probably,
put it past
dude.
EA.
Yeah, Rivals.
They probably would, but I would hope.
was 2018, December 2018.
What year is this? Oh yeah, 20.
This year is
The worst year of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did it.
Uh,
We made it, everybody.
We made it. Rock bottom.
They'll
You go
probably
first. They put-
have.
Anthem on phones. Just
Why
like
not?
free to play Anthem on phones.
Pull up
Try
your
to
phone.
milk something out of it.
Oh yeah, like new next gen stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
They'll probably have new next gen stuff. They'll probably have another, in addition to the Joseph Ferris thing, they'll probably have 1 or 2 other
Small.
indie-ish
Sure.
things that they're
next
publishing.
gen Ultima.
What about Road Rash Bloodworth?
Road Rash,
EA has so many franchises that they just
Oh.
abandoned, dude.
Well, dude,
It's so
we're all-
frustrating.
We're all avoiding the elephant in the room. Are they going to say the word anthem at all? Because they probably don't.
Oh no, we talked about that
We
earlier.
talked about
Brad
that.
mentioned
You
it.
just weren't listening,
yeah.
Jones.
I guess I wasn't.
You were thinking about Star Wars and mobile
It's true.
phones.
It's true. It's true. It was. I'm just not a big Command & Conquer fan. All I got to do is have a mobile game and franchise I like. Like Galaxy of Heroes. Well,
Yeah.
Galaxy of Heroes getting mentioned. Newly introduced to Galaxy of Heroes, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. Hasn't been in the game this
shit!
whole
Wait,
time.
he hasn't been in the game yet.
Nope.
That's hilarious.
Black gloved, green sabered
Like
Luke.
the
Yeah.
best Luke ever.
I'm terrified
Yeah.
to even look up what I got to do to unlock him. I was like,
Punished
I'm not really gonna do it, okay.
Jones, they'll show it as
Watch
like
The Rise of Skywalker 5
advertisement
times in a
in
row.
between announcements. They'll still throw a Galaxy of Heroes.
One of
on
those
there.
interstitials that you're not
Yeah.
sure if it's part of the show or not, or like an ad.
Yeah.
I like this timer stopped at 8:46.
I know.
But the
and then
other
there's a
one's
little
still
timer
going.
underneath it.
Yo, what the heck?
What's
That
happening?
silence is very powerful.
This has to be a code. We
No,
must crack it.
846 is how long
Oh
Floyd
my
was
god, you're right.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Wow.
There you go.
restrained for,
Yeah.
obviously.
That's how long.
There you
shout
go.
out,
Yeah.
Wow.
shout out to Dave Chappelle's special.
Because I was
which
gonna
is
say
on,
the Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle thing. Yeah.
Netflix,
was
YouTube.
like,
I got
damn.
confused. I thought it was on Netflix, but it's not. It's on Netflix's YouTube, so it's free. So you can go check it. It's 27 minutes.
Yeah, I watched
Just
that. It
him.
was good.
It's just Chappelle being very angry, and it's very powerful. But he does a lot of things to address the magnitude of how long that can be. 8 minutes 47 seconds doesn't seem 46 doesn't seem like a long time until you
Yeah.
stop playing your fresh music, your fresh press conference music.
This is a powerful statement. I wasn't thinking. Yeah. Yeah.
We can
Keep
still talk about Star Wars
It
games, but
up. Yes.
because I need Huber's energy. How much would a SSX Tricky remaster sell for, man? That thing, is it just me that thinks that I
So
would make
many-
millions? That's
so many
like Crash
remasters.
Bandicoot caliber if you advertise it the right way.
If you
package
put it on
Made in
Switch,
Frost-
it would
made in
sell
Frostbite?
pretty well. Oh god.
Don't
Damian,
make it
stop
a
it.
frostbite.
Just tricky. I think Tricky
Yeah.
was like the zeitgeist. Like Tricky was like, I think 3 is
Culmination.
way better than Tricky, but like Tricky was that's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, man. It's just
Totally.
breaks my heart.
Yeah, because like Tony Hawk 2 versus 3, people like 2 more, but I still feel like 3 is the best.
Mm.
Yeah.
The Mega Man 2 versus 3 argument.
Yeah.
Link to the Past versus Ocarina of Time.
What?
Which of the
something
franchises is better?
I'm just shocked that it's been 7 years since anything Dead Space. So like I would take a collectible card game at this
They
point.
gave them a Star Wars game and then they fired everybody. I don't think I'm shocked.
Oh yeah.
Dead
Shit.
Space?
No, we're on. We're
Yeah,
at the same
Visceral
time.
is-
No, they did Battlefield, dude. They did Hardline.
Right. They did that and then they got Star Wars and then
Yeah.
they got canned.
Oh, that's right.
Hardline was a
That's
while ago,
right.
dude.
Star Wars
So
after that. I
they're-
forgot they were going to do that. Shit.
I miss Dead Space, man. Shit.
I missed out on. Dead
I mean, I hated
Space.
3, but
I never touched 3. Played
call.
2 like 5 times
Mm.
because it's so short and New Game Plus, and it's just so. It's such a fun. That's the thing about Resident Evil and all that. Like any horror game that's just like a race. It's just fun to. That race is fun. It's
Replay
fun to
value,
just run
baby.
through it. RE3. It's like
Totally.
yeah, I get what they're going for with this. This is like a fun game to just bolt through. Oh, Dead Space 2.
Absolutely.
0% chance of Mirror's Edge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
They
think they're
killed-
gonna
they
get a
killed
shot
that.
at that.
They killed it.
ouch.
It's dead. Play the original backwards compatibility enhanced.
I never did play the second one.
Jones, do you think the Star Wars Squadron game will tie in with Battlefront?
I was thinking that earlier. Yeah, I mean they would.
Epic.
I don't know if they think that's bad mojo or not. Like having those two. If they want to really separate squadrons to be like, no, it's a whole different thing. It's its own game. Different team versus being like, hey, why not? Like let's introduce some, nerdy new ship or some color stormtrooper or something. Again, that's something that like I've always wanted from a Star Wars game. Give me pink Darth Vader. Give me, let me Sabine Wren, my TIE fighter. Let's have some crazy customization you can do. Because if it's after Return, it's like, well,
Disney won't let you do
did
that.
the Rebellion do that for a couple years? Who knows? Did they
Just
just
kinda
get
went
all style
wilded out for a
conscious?
while.
I see some indies, EA originals, right?
Oh yeah, right. They did that whole initiative last
See a
time.
couple of those, I bet.
One of the silver
Alright.
linings of E EA.
Absolutely.
I don't hear any
More or
audio.
less than
Whoa.
10
What are they
minutes
doing?
on that.
Oh, okay.
10 seconds. Hopefully there's audio.
EA played Brad Memories.
Here comes Zero.
You're my EA Play buddy.
God.
In the hot sun. Never enough umbrellas at EA Play.
Those
The
bloody
old logo.
shapes. Yeah. They're really PlayStationing it.
Oh yeah, that is super old logo.
Hello and welcome everyone to EA Play 2020. We're happy that you're joining us today. Over the next 45 minutes or so, we've got so much
45
for you,
minutes.
including creative, innovative,
Breezy.
and really fun new games, and a lot of news to share. But before we get into the show, I'd like to take
Is that easy
just
living?
a minute here.
Increase the font
I want to
size.
extend a heartfelt thank you to first responders, medical staff, and essential personnel. This has certainly been a challenging year. From natural disasters like the bushfires in my home country to the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, these brave heroes are working to keep us safe and healthy at every turn. I also want to thank our teams for their amazing dedication while working from home. What you've been able to achieve is nothing short of inspirational. We are also deeply thankful to all of you, our players. Even when we've had to stay physically apart, billions of you are using games to come together, to play, and do amazing things for each other.
This feels heartfelt.
You've shown why this is truly the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. This is also a critical time for the movement to end racism and racial injustice in this world. Black lives matter, and there is much to be done to drive real and meaningful change. A couple of weeks ago, we shared some actions that Electronic Arts is taking. We will not rest on this. It's a long-term commitment. We're here for players of every color, background, religion, and personal preference. We will continue to build strong representation in our games, and we are focused on making our communities fun, inclusive, and positive places to play. We also have real work to do to bring greater diversity into our company, and we are committed to doing that work. Today, we're here because of the power of games. Games bring us together. They can make our lives better, they can teach us, they can provide escape and self-expression. And most of all, games can be fun. All of us at Electronic Arts believe in that, and it's why we're excited to get up every morning to make great experiences for all of you. So thanks for being here with us. And now, let's get into some games.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was well done. He really took his time with it, which I felt very
Yeah.
truthful.
What's up, everybody?
They need to increase the font size.
Why is he everywhere?
We had an incredible show in LA planned for you.
It's like Gorilla
Huge
Collective
stage,
guy.
massive
Oh
setup,
my
with
God. He has
giant
a
monitors. I was going to
better
fly in on an
manager
X-Wing.
than we
I
do.
was going to land the X-Wing on stage.
PR.
I was going to set off a bunch of fireworks. Then what? T-shirt cannon, bam, shooting out game consoles. Then Carol Baskin, some tigers. That last part was all me. Then, because of circumstances beyond our control, we had to come up with something a little different. Instead of LA, I'm in my hometown of San Francisco, but we still have the Tigers. What's that, Jane? No Tigers. So you lied.
Get Andrea Renee
All right.
from this.
I'm
Come
being
on,
told
where's
there
Andrea?
are no Tigers, but whatever. We're still going to bring you the EA play you know and love. Huge surprises, big announcements, incredible reveals, and never before
That's
seen
not the EA
gameplay.
play I know.
Coming
Yeah.
up over the next hour, we've got game reveals
Be
galore,
optimistic, hush, hush.
world premiere trailers of new titles, some old favorites making a comeback, a look at a
stop it.
new
What
way
not?
Star Wars
Stop
fans
it.
can live out their greatest fantasies this year, plus
He
a
hosted
sneak peek
last
at the
year,
future.
right?
Oh, and pay
Yeah,
close
he
attention
did.
because today you could win one of thousands of Steam codes for more than a dozen great EA games on Steam. Throughout the
Steam.
show, keep an
Pumping up
eye
the
out
Steam.
for discreetly placed golden letters.
E.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Write them
It's
down
like
as they
Sesame Street.
appear,
I love
and
it.
At the end of the show, we'll tell you where you can enter that secret code for a chance to win free games on Steam.
It's like She-Ra.
That's
So don't
fun.
go
I
anywhere.
like that.
Who am I kidding? None of us can leave our houses. But enough talking. Let's see some games. Up first, we're headed to the Outlands. That's right. It's Apex Legends time.
There it is, Hubert.
Switch.
Anyone want to take me out?
Apex.
You should
this
smile
Imagine Dragons?
more.
Everything is.
Like, why is this still happening?
Hey Apex fans,
That's
the
a pretty
battle just
dramatic
keeps
music
getting
for
bigger.
Apex.
Thanks to you, Apex Legends is coming off its most successful, most epic season yet, and we're just getting started. Season 4 saw more of you jumping into the fight than ever before, and you've kept that amazing momentum going forward, making Season 5 the biggest and best start to a season ever.
Took out an enemy. Hold on to your holograms.
We hope you've been enjoying Season 5, Fortune's Favor, which has seen the introduction of our latest legend, Loba, a major map change to Kings Canyon, rest in peace, Skulltown, an all-new ranked series, and a ton of quality of life updates. But it's about to get even better. Today, I'm here to tell you about what's coming next to Season 5 with our latest collection event, Lost Treasures.
See all those
Take a look.
Titanfall things in the background, Damiani?
I might bury you here. No one will know. You'll just be gone.
You got it, Lost Treasures?
Yeah.
Adventurers, raiders, explorers. They risk everything in search of fame, fortune, and answers. Few find what they're looking for. But if they survive, they might walk away with lost treasures.
I'll high-five you all when I see you. Mobile respawn beacon here.
My silences are firing again. Check yourself or wreck yourself.
Hey, thanks. I owe you one.
This game's usually just so goofy. There we go.
Who needs guns? I don't need guns.
I know what I'm looking for. I won't walk away without it. 너를 찾을 거야.
T, it's me. Be careful. He's watching you.
Uh-oh. Vault opening.
Oh.
Those are cool characters.
As you just
Yeah,
saw, the
that
Lost
gold
Treasures
statue's
Collection
pretty sweet.
event brings with it a ton of great content, including a new limited time mode, Armed and Dangerous Evolved. It's the return of a fan favorite, snipers and shotties only, but with a twist.
Sending out my decoy.
All armor is Evo armor, and we're removing all of the respawn beacons across the entire map. Don't worry though, you'll still be able to bring back your teammates with the help of a new item, the mobile respawn beacon. You'll have one of these in your inventory at the start of each match, giving you the power to choose when, and more importantly, where you bring your teammates back into the battle.
Good strategy.
Yeah, it's a
Lost
fun
Treasures
idea.
also introduces a new town takeover, Crypto's Map Room, which gives players a closer look
Pepsi.
at what motivates this drone-wielding hacker.
Some lore on the map, I like this.
And of course, the Lost Treasures collection delivers a bunch of exclusive content you can earn by completing challenges, as well as all new event-exclusive cosmetic items and the introduction
Glamour.
of your boy Mirage's heirloom, which is fittingly a trophy of himself.
Excited to see you all in the ring. Don't worry, there's plenty of me's to go around.
And the best part is you don't have to wait that long. Lost Treasures drops on Tuesday, June 23rd. And that's not all,
Weird
Apex
edit.
fans. The battle is expanding.
Switch.
That's
it later.
right. This fall, we're bringing Apex
recorded
Legends
every
to
day.
Steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I know you're
Steam,
hoping,
not Switch.
That's not
wondering,
Switch.
praying.
Ouch.
So before you
Finesse at
ask-
least starts with an
Yeah.
S.
Ouch.
Crossplay
Sorry.
is coming to Apex this fall.
Ooh.
It's been one of the biggest requests we get, and we're thrilled to finally deliver it to our fans.
That's cool. That's
What
always
am
a
I
big
forgetting?
Crossplay.
Oh yeah,
is
one
good.
last
Here it
thing.
is.
Let's make it
Switch.
official.
Here.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Huge fans of Nintendo here at Respawn, and we're incredibly excited to be bringing Apex Legends to the Switch this fall. And we'll share more details in the months ahead. So that means you'll be able to squad up no matter where you and your friends prefer to play, Xbox,
Crazy.
PlayStation, Switch,
Bringing that
or on the
spicy
PC
Nintendo
via
Online
Origin and
into the
Steam.
mix.
We're
No,
throwing out a lifeline
terrible
and healing the
Nintendo
divide
Online.
between the platforms. On behalf of the entire Apex team, we want to thank our incredible community. Your passion for the game is truly
Zoom in.
inspiring. We look forward to seeing you all in the
Presidential
arena. And don't
crawl.
forget, check out Lost Treasures on June 23rd.
So if every game gets 8
Oh, man,
minutes,
that was amazing. I think I'm
I feel like this is
hyperbolic.
getting the most
I think I'm
time.
hypervent. I've had a really good time here.
Apex.
Tons of money.
Yeah.
what does that trophy do? Or is it just funny?
Soul, everyone.
I think
It looks like it's a
having
weapon.
One thing I
Yes.
admire
Oh.
about
Oh.
Apex Legends is its
Maybe
commitment to
what
having
is
such a
matchless?
diverse range of characters.
Apex Legends.
At The
in
Sims,
Sims?
we've always believed representation
funny.
and diversity in games is critically important, perhaps now more than ever. It's difficult to put into words just how meaningful it can be to see yourself reflected in the games you play. So, here to tell you in their own words are a few members of our Sims community.
It's a very interesting thing to explain.
It feels empowering, actually, and very moving.
It really taught me a lot. The importance of just like keeping relationships good with people.
It's probably like the only place where I was open.
They get to see my personality first before seeing my disability, I guess you could say.
I found myself to be the only black child in my school. I was discriminated, I was bullied. My skin tone, my height, and my teeth.
First realized that I was trans, and I was like praying to God to undo it. I have this world where I can express myself and be myself.
Where I come from, who I am, the color of my skin, you know, who I'm attracted to, let any of that get in the way. It was no barriers.
No matter where I was or what I was going through, I had my safe place. This is plausible. This is a future you can have.
It was almost like I was peeking into the future, and I didn't know it at the time, but it gave me hope.
It gave me a sense of hope that I could build a life that looked like that.
The Sims is almost like a utopia of what I hope our world eventually becomes.
As I got more comfortable with my character in the game, I got more comfortable with myself.
I play to build me.
I play to express myself.
I play to make a difference.
I play to feel good about myself.
I play to have confidence.
To have me
design.
time.
Fuel my creativity.
It's more than just a game. It's creating your life.
The feels.
Sims has always been really good with that.
And I bet that's a really dedicated team. That's like a franchise that just has always been there.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
As you just saw, there are so many reasons why I am proud to be part of the Sims global community. We want the Sims to be a place of unity and hope, a place where you can be your authentic self and build your vision for our shared world, a place to imagine what's possible. To our Simmers, thank you for everything you've done to make your communities, virtual and real, a better place. Now, I know some of you tuned in hoping for some Sims news, and we'll have plenty to share as the summer goes on, but we do have one announcement for you. We'll be welcoming players on a whole new platform as The Sims 4 arrives on Steam today. Take a look.
It's so nice that you just don't have to use Origin anymore.
Just drop $500 though to play all the Sims.
Oh yeah, all the content, yeah, for sure.
This would be an interesting game to be in VR one day.
Oh, for sure.
You
could like
just like watch
set
it.
stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
But yeah, it's interesting how like EA is very forcefully like putting everything to Steam right now.
See, play shit ain't working. Put it on Steam.
Yeah, that's what I wonder is like, are they gonna sunset Origin in a year or two?
That pander, dude.
It's just a little yarn ornament. I looked into it.
They're saying the video is a little bit loud, Damiani.
Hey everyone,
still need
Alex
Origin,
here from
even
the
if you use
social
Steam.
team, and joining me today from our community team is Freeman.
Hey folks, yes, we're here to tell you that it's not just The Sims 4 arriving on Steam today. 5 more great EA games, including Titanfall 2, A Way Out, and Dead Space 3, are all playable right this second.
And when EA Access arrives on Steam this
Still,
fall,
it's been mentioned, I'll take it.
And a ton more with your membership.
You can also expect to
Wait,
see
dumbass,
our new
you just have
releases
to log
on
into
Steam
an
too.
Origin account on
One of the
Steam,
first
or-
arrived just a
I'm
short
not
while
sure.
ago with full mod support
think that's
via
probably it.
Steamworks.
Yeah.
The critics love it, and we know you will too. This is Command & Conquer Remastered.
This is an old game.
They just don't care at all.
They just put old games on it.
What?
Been out for a month. Pretty fun though. This game is hard. I forgot how hard this game
Metal.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how metal is Command & Conquer? Is there lots
Oh,
of
it's so
in-
metal, dude.
Okay.
It's like too metal. Even though there's no way to be.
Because I would want this to just play throughout the rest of the EA.
It does when you're playing it.
So epic.
It's the best thing I've ever heard about Command & Conquer. I didn't know
And
that.
Steam isn't the only platform getting some love. We'll be bringing games to more platforms than ever.
You can expect 7 new games coming to Switch in the next 12 months, including
It's on her
Burnout
shirt,
Paradise
Apex?
coming tomorrow and Apex Legends later this year. And we're bringing crossplay to many of your favorite games too, starting with Need for Speed Heat and continuing with some new titles being revealed later in the show.
It's all
What?
about giving you the
I don't
freedom
understand.
to play what you want.
We're going to
where you
announce
want,
that we're
and
going to
with
announce
who you
things
want.
later.
Yeah.
It's about playing together.
Absolutely. Now, let's reveal some more games. Over to you, Greg.
Quick reminder to keep an eye out for those special golden letters hidden throughout the show. They could appear anywhere, and I mean anywhere. So keep your eyes open.
We're gonna spell Easy Allies.
As they
been
appear.
eating.
Yeah.
You've got the full code. You'll
What
be
if
able
they
to
did,
confirm
dude?
you
We're all
one
just
of
like,
more than
what?
a dozen great games
You
on
shouldn't
Steam.
have.
So stay tuned and find out where to enter the code at the end of the show. Now, if you follow my
We get, like, no
content
new
at all,
followers
then
from
you
it.
know
Like,
there's
oh,
nothing I love more than
That
Buffalo
community,
wings
and
and
that is not-
discovering inventive new games. Well, I don't have any Buffalo
Do you
wings,
think
but I
it's
do
going to
have
be
something
EA
just
Play
as tasty.
Live that they're
Over
spelling?
the past couple of years, EA has partnered with the amazing studios like Haze Light and Zoink to give us such creative
Haze
titles
Light?
as A Way Out in Faye.
Let's
Here to
go.
explain how they do it are a few of the talented developers working on the next
Fair.
wave of EA originals.
All right.
This song.
Sometimes you just have this great idea of a game, but it can be really hard to do it on your own.
Oh, this is cool.
We wanted space for our studio's creativity to flow free, so that we could try unconventional approaches to solving new ideas.
There are times where you've got to like break
Yeah.
past your own sort of mental blocks.
These guys
Even if
own.
that meant building a whole new kind of game engine.
We get to do the game we
There
want
we
to
go.
do. Nothing, and I mean nothing, comes into the game if it doesn't follow the vision.
We can really push our ideas further and bigger than we first imagined.
Let's find that magic.
I'm going to get muted by Alt-J, Bloodworth.
Oh, sure. Most likely.
Thanks, EA.
And now for a deeper dive into
Pete!
what these developers are working on, we turn our
It's
spotlight
EA Play.
on
It's
three
going to be EA
studios.
Play
Up
or
first
EA
is
Play
Haze
Live.
Light and their mild-mannered, quiet leader, Joseph Ferris.
Eh.
Want.
Let's do it.
Please welcome.
Just starts punching the cameraman.
Oh my gosh.
The cover
No
boy.
way, cowards.
My God, they're leaning into it.
I want to know his workout routine.
There's me. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. The Oscars, you know?
You're just him. Him.
No apologies there.
bad boy
I forgot he
video
said
game.
straight up F you and flick the camera. I forgot about that.
I was born in Beirut, 1977. I lived there 10 years. There was civil war, and there was a lot of bad stuff happening there. We tried to move 5 times to Sweden. The 5th time they let us in. And that's lucky for Sweden, because I've given Sweden a lot, you know. My third movie, Zozo, it's basically about my life when I came to Sweden when I was young. I've done 5 feature movies and now I've done 3 games. And it's way hard to make a game. It's almost like the audience have control of the pacing of the story, while in movies it's being paced for you. In video
Very
games,
much
there's
like
so much to be explored from a storytelling perspective because of the interactivity. There are some studios out there that are making games that have good stories, but they pretty much have one mechanic they like reuse all the time. The designers and the story writers are kind of like doing 2 different games. That's why I founded Haze Light, to keep pushing the boundaries of what is possible in games. That's what game number 3 from Haze Light is all about. And action. The new game, It Takes Two, is a co-op action-adventure platformer that will blow your fucking mind away. A small family. Cody, May, that's the parents, and then Rose, the little daughter. So Cody and May are about to separate. Rose doesn't want them to divorce, so she creates 2 dolls out of wood and clay, and these dolls magically come alive and actually controls both Cody and May. And you could say you're almost controlling their emotions. You're almost playing their emotions. There's even levels where we're actually making a mechanic for their emotions. So again, marrying the story and the mechanics. And I think for the players, that's gonna feel very new, different, and unique. They haven't played anything like this before.
Yeah,
It Takes
curveball.
Two is a crazy roller coaster ride that doesn't really have an ending. It has an ending, but that ending is that the roller coaster crashes and you fly into the sky and get up into space. And when you're in space, you're like, what the f am I doing up here? And then maybe you get back to Earth again. That's the best way to describe It Takes Two.
Spoilers,
actually.
bro.
So now they're full playthrough for us, Huber.
Oh yeah, dude, let's
Wow,
go.
that's good. That was the best way to describe it. All right, Joseph, we love you so much. Thank you. Keep it up
Was
over
that
there.
in
The
post?
Oscars.
Yes.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this
Yeah, they
originals
were.
train
They were.
rolling, and let's stay in Sweden. Of course, I'm a fan of both their delicious red gummy fish and their video games.
least the
So,
glitter
ladies
was.
and gentlemen, please welcome Klaus and Olav from Zoink Games.
Thanks,
I like
Greg.
the studio.
Welcome to Gothenburg and, well, my home. Unfortunately, I didn't bring you any Swedish fish, but we do have some exciting news for you about our latest game. At Zoink, we've always been driven by love of rich visual storytelling and creating strange worlds that people can escape to. The weirder, the better, and I think my friend Olav would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And for our next game, though, we wanted to try something a little darker. Something out of a gothic fairy tale. But started with a mood and some paintings, grew into this eerie, strange world that feels like something out of a beautiful, twisted dream. And that's the world of random.
Lost in Random is the story of Even, a little
Lost
girl
in
with a
Random.
big heart and an even bigger temper. After a horrible event that changes her life, she embarks on a dangerous journey through the world of random. But fortunately, she's not alone. Just like I have Olav, Even also has a crazy little weird friend thing with her.
Along her journey, Even discovers Dicey, a playful, loyal, almost puppy-like dice companion that gives her the power to really change things in the kingdom of random.
Oh, yo, do you
Despite
like
the name, in Even's world, randomness is feared, and a dark force controls every aspect of life, from where you live to how you act or what your favorite color is. It's a coming-of-age story set against the backdrop of a mysterious world, but it holds a modern message that's really relevant to our world right now.
I think we can all relate to the desire to try and control the chaos around us. With Dicey's help, though, Even learns the power in doing just the opposite.
Energy bow.
Embrace the
Sold.
randomness, accept the uncertainties in life, and you'll be surprised how far it takes you.
Imagine if you could change the course of life with a roll of a dice. What would you do? Play it safe or trust in yourself and take a chance?
Would ya?
We can't wait for you to play and find out.
We're still a long ways from launch, but we hope you will join Even and Dicey on their journey next year. Until then, please enjoy this first look at Lost in Random.
Cool.
Awesome.
Welcome to Random.
So awesome.
The world of random bends with the roll of one dice. A dice that has ruled this kingdom.
Oh yeah, this looks
This
rad.
definitely looks like their most high budget game too.
Transforming the fates of people just like you. But what if I told you there is
Reminds me of like
another
Leica
dice?
stuff.
It's like Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas put together.
Yeah.
Now, my friend, it's your turn to roll. To play the odds.
Card game.
Break the curse of random.
Oh.
Well, well.
Alice?
You can have the sweet without the sour.
It's also kind of Psychonauts vibes too.
No, Dicey. They should be scared of us. Right?
Some Addams Family. Oh.
Excellent.
That's great.
That looks pretty cool.
Oh, I'd get those cuts. Excellent.
Really cool. That's a look at Lost in Random, and man, embracing randomness. I feel like I live that every day in my life. Ah! Do you know I was gonna do that? You didn't know that. Dicey's my spirit animal. The
Yeah,
game's out
kinda
next
did.
year. But for something that's blasting off a whole lot sooner.
So is that
take it
a,
away,
is
Kevin
that the
Frank.
same A or is that oh no, that's a new A.
It's LA, yeah.
It's EAPA. Do we have an L?
Yeah, we have
There's
now.
now.
The shiny post
So far it's
industry
EA
veterans have
Play.
worked on incredible multiplayer
EA
franchises.
Play.
We are passionately focused on making great multiplayer games. That's why I am incredibly excited to announce that we have partnered with the talented team at EA to release our first ever title, Rocket Arena.
Okay.
As you'll see, we stay loyal to the name of the game. It's a rockets-only shooter that allows players to get into the action quickly and stay in the fight. We wanted Rocket Arena to be an awesome, competitive experience to play with friends. I think you're gonna love what we've got in store for you. Here is the all-new trailer of Rocket Arena. Enjoy.
Rockets away!
Let's kick this into gear. The trophy will soon be mine. Have you ever wondered why life is so good on Crater? Sure,
No.
we've got the beautiful beaches,
Cannonball!
quality public transportation,
Cool maps.
and exotic destinations.
I really like these maps.
Another
Yeah,
victory.
this is the one we played last E3
People are
Judges Week.
courteous and friendly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it hasn't been
Always happy
announced
to
until
help their
now?
fellow
Did we get any B-roll for that?
leaving already.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Is this
sure
like
we did a
the-
preview and
Real
stuff.
reason
Yeah.
I don't
life
remember
is
this at
so
all.
good?
I mean, the CG looks a lot better than
We've got
the
rockets.
early gameplay we played. But I definitely
Looks
remember
like-
that like Mayan map.
Let's hit the
We're
trail.
gonna get muted again?
This sounds like stock music.
Revolution.
I like the like floating or multi-jumping.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some multi-jump going on.
Talk about razzle dazzle. Never turn your back on the water.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this map too.
Splatoon girl.
I got speed to spare. I'm here to rock it.
Oh yeah, that dude too, I remember.
I'm having a blast!
Here's my guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where's the
So as you
rocket?
just saw, rockets are obviously awesome to blast all over the place. But in order to come out on top, there's
Man,
a lot
wasn't it
to
like
master.
NCSoft the ones that were handling this before?
You'll
I
have a
don't remember
range
who
of
it was.
rocket-powered abilities to
It
blast
seems like an easy
opponents
game to
out of
jump
the
into,
arena,
which I
and an
appreciate.
arsenal
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
evasive moves.
It's just
Rocket
interesting
jump,
that yeah,
rocket
this
climb,
moved over to
and
EA.
dodge to avoid getting knocked out yourself.
Hoverboard.
Don't
is
worry though,
cool.
you're never out of the action for long. Even when you're out, you'll fly right back into the fray.
And from a gut reaction without getting
You'll
my
also
hands
be
on
able
it,
to really
just the maps
customize your
are
own
speaking to me.
unique look and playstyle. Each of the 10 heroes available at launch have their own
Yeah,
rocket-powered
Nexon's new
abilities.
free-to-play shooter from
And
X
as you
Halo.
play, you
Nexon.
discover items that allow you
Okay.
to
Yeah.
further refine each of your heroes'
Nexon's new shooter is a
playstyles.
little bit Quake, a little bit Super
Plus, every
Smash
character
Brothers.
has 100 levels of progression that unlock new
Wow.
cosmetics
A
and
Washington-based
rewards.
developer formed by
All that
former
and
members of
much
Halo
more
Studio,
when
343
Rocket Arena
Industries, and
arrives
Nexon.
on July 14th.
July 14th? That's pretty soon.
And
Oh,
there's
wow,
plenty
yeah.
more content to come in
timing.
our first season, which begins just
Guess
2
there was a
weeks
beta
after
last
launch
year.
on July 28th, and brings with it a blast pass and a ton of free content, including new maps, in-game events, and a new playable character.
Intimate maps, Huber.
Rocket
I like the
Arena
maps
is a
a
game
lot.
meant to be played with friends,
I guess
regardless of
Nexon
platform.
lost it.
That's why we're thrilled to announce cross-play support right from the start.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So grab your
That
friends,
is quickly becoming a
regardless of their
standard.
platform,
Yeah.
and get ready
Yeah.
to blast off with Rocket Arena
As it should be.
on July 14th on PlayStation, Xbox, Origin,
What
and
if switching to a new gen will help
and
that
we'll
along?
be sharing more gameplay
shake
right
some
after
people
the
out of their
show
fear.
with the help of some great content creators. So check us out on YouTube at the link below.
Yeah, I don't
See
think
you in the arena.
Nexon has anything to do with it anymore.
Wow, that looks great.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't
And
imagine if
hopefully
EA's
you've
doing
all
that.
Yeah, their
kept
site's
track
gone
of
and
the
it
golden
goes to
letters
EA,
hidden
yeah.
throughout the show and nearly cracked the code. Here's a hint. It's not Kanye. Keep an eye out for the last couple of letters, and then
What?
at the end of the show,
Huh?
we'll
It's
reveal
not.
where you need to go to enter
Greg's
the code
jokes
and a
today.
chance to win some
Yeah,
great
not
games.
landing for me.
That
Not
that
landing.
Trice
Not
Sorry,
landing.
Greg.
Warfare, we head to a different kind of battle. The real reason
table's
I didn't
making
get any
it
sleep
EA
last
though.
night, and if you
EA
thought you
jokes.
heard sleigh bells, that's
Yeah.
because it might
EA
as well be
jokes, you're
Christmas
right.
in
Different audience.
June. It's finally time to talk Star Wars Squadrons. Now, okay, I promise you, we are going to get a first look at some brand new gameplay in just a moment.
But first,
for anyone who doesn't fully grasp why I'm so excited, earlier this week,
Watched the trailer again?
dropped a trailer that literally gave me
Oh,
all the
stop
feels,
it.
chills, joy, excitement.
At least it's
and then
not
more chills
concept
on top
art.
of that.
Showing a
Take
trailer a
look.
second time is one thing. Talking about showing the trailer a second time. Here we go.
Get up at 8
No,
a.m.
it's-
for this thing that we're gonna make you watch again.
Seize that moment.
When the perfect shot.
You know, Hubert, Star Wars space combat.
It's a good thing.
You know.
It's a great thing.
5 pilots.
1 squadron.
The galaxy's finest.
Star Wars ships, best ships, right? Like, is anyone gonna debate that?
Ooh, over anything from anime?
Dude, best
Both.
spaceships, man.
I couldn't make that
Cowboy
argument.
Bebop's got some good ass
This-
ships.
the logo's
I think the
kinda
Millennium Falcon is one of the best ships.
Isn't this
I think
logo
that's ever
kind of
made
like
for
the
anything.
Solo logo?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
colors and
it
stuff.
looks like-
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
The
X-Wings and
8-year-old
TIE
and all of us
fighters.
is celebrating.
Why are you
Excited.
wearing an
The
earpiece?
37-year-old man on this couch is excited.
He's about to
Ladies
play.
and gentlemen,
EA
for
Play
the second
earpiece?
year in a row, I have the honor and privilege
Oh,
of
he's
helping
in an
introduce
interview.
a new
Yeah.
Star Wars title. And here, to put the hype in hyperdrive is none other than Motive's
How's it
creative
going, Greg?
director, Ian
Yeah?
Frazier. Hello, Ian.
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Happy to actually get to show this to people.
I bet. Now,
He's-
in
he's
my
frustrated.
copious notes
I
I have
bet.
for you, I'm
Yeah.
told you are quite the Star Wars fan
He's
and have been
handcuffed.
a long time. How long have you liked Star Wars?
I've been a Star Wars fan for pretty much my whole life. I don't even remember the first time I saw the movies. And as a kid, there was a lot of different parts of Star Wars I loved. One of them was being a pilot, that idea of climbing into an X-Wing or a TIE fighter.
It's got the movies up
So, you know, I
there.
played all the flight games in the 90s, and I got pretty obsessive about them. I'd pause, meticulously draw the insides of the cockpits and stuff. And actually, I
Respect.
dug up some of those drawings from my parents' attic over the holidays.
We're
Dude,
showing them
yes.
right now to the world. This strikes me as a
That
button
R-Wing?
beyond the normal level of Star Wars fandom.
I think at Motive you'll find that quite a few people have that level of Star
On the
Wars
screen.
fandom. When we started this project, I talked to a lot of people as they joined the team.
This is gonna be
and
so
a lot of
sick
them
of
had
VR,
similar
though.
kinds of
I mean,
stories.
like, at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
one of them
like,
even
oh,
built
crap.
a functional cockpit in his garage.
Wow.
All of VR stuff has
That's
been
that's
lightsaber. It's just
fandom
like-
on another level. How do you guys go from being a fan, drawing what you see in the game, or building a cockpit in your garage, to actually making this game?
Well, I think that fandom, just love of Star Wars, has provided a really good foundation for us. But on top of
It'll
that,
be
of course,
weird
the
to
team
play
at Motive got a lot of
'cause
experience working with
they're
Star Wars when they
airplanes,
worked
they're
on
not
Battlefront 2.
spaceships.
And when Battlefront 2
With the
wrapped
way
up, there was a
it
really
works in
small
Star
group of
Wars,
us
kinda.
that were really into particularly the pilot experience within Star Wars. And we wanted to make something new, something that really went all in on that part of the fantasy.
Gameplay
And so we did kind of a grassroots initiative,
No,
or
dude,
started
go
a little
having,
passion
like, the
project.
CG
and that
looking
ramped
thing
up into
to go
eventually
back
have
and
the
look
concept art.
screenshots. Like,
We
You
couldn't get
talk
away from the
about,
concept art.
your passion for this, your nostalgia for Star Wars flight games of the past. How do you honor that but make something brand new?
It's been interesting. You know, we're trying to kind of pull from that spiritual heritage of many different games in that time period. At the same time, we want to do something that feels fresh and new for fans today. And so what we've tried to look at is sort of the spiritual core of what I think are the best of the Star Wars flight games of the past. And what they did that I love is that they made that part of the universe real. The level of depth and detail that they show in the ships, the way that you control them, is something that I remember fondly from my childhood, and is something that we're trying to do very much with Squadrons. You know, in real life, being a pilot is hard. It takes skill, and that's something that you'll see throughout the game. You know, as you start off playing, it's pretty straightforward, fly around, shoot your lasers. But as you get deeper into it, you start learning how to divert energy from your lasers to your engines, how to shift your shields from the front to the back to cover your butt in a dogfight. Or at the higher levels of skill, you can do really crazy stuff. Like you can boost your engines, fly ahead, cut them off, whip around 180 and shoot a missile off your own tail while drifting backwards.
yeah, people were talking about Poe Dameron stuff.
That's really
and
where
they're
we
like,
have a lot of fun with the game.
I want to do that. I want to learn how to do that. I understand the nuts and bolts of how to play it. Is there a single player story? Is there a multiplayer mode? What are we getting into?
It's actually some of both. So the game starts with a brand new single player story, takes place a little bit after Return of the Jedi, and it has kind of a unique dual perspective approach to it. So when the game starts, you're going to create 2 pilots. You create a New Republic pilot and an Imperial pilot, and you're going to alternate between their perspectives, mission to mission, over the course of the story.
That's cool.
You're going to meet a diverse cast of characters along the way,
What
and
aliens
also a
you can
few
be,
familiar faces,
if any.
Now, when you're done with that story and you've played maybe a bit in the practice range, you say, hey, I want to try multiplayer. We want to make it really easy for you to hop online with your friends.
Because you can't be like an alien Imperial. Like they don't, they don't do that.
Like, this would have been so much more interesting if they showed us the gameplay and then he's talking over the gameplay after.
It's the whole presentation. They did all the talking first, and like I very rarely agree that that's the best call. Maybe with Joseph Ferris, that was a good call.
EA loves doing this.
This makes me. This gives me the vibe that they're scared of what they're about to show.
But regardless of how you're playing, which
but he's talking about
platform,
VR,
they
which
can
is
all
rad.
play together. Just hook up with your friend,
Period.
connect, have an awesome space.
Hell yeah.
You just Death Starred my mind, man. Like, I don't.
No.
That's awesome. That is.
Crossplay is really important for VR
question,
too.
When can
It's
people
something
actually
that a lot
play?
of new games
Not
I
too
hope
long,
do.
actually. Star Wars Squadrons is coming out on October 2nd.
October 2nd.
Okay, not too long at all. I was worried about you. I thought you were going to leave me on a teaser there. You didn't. You actually delivered. I appreciate that. The next big ask I have on behalf of everybody watching, I'm sure, who came here for one specific reason, can we see some new gameplay of it? Can we see any gameplay of it?
Absolutely. I kind of figured you might want to. On behalf of everyone at Motive and the team at Lucasfilm, I am very happy to show you the world's first look at gameplay of Star Wars Squadrons. Enjoy.
Alrighty.
I want it.
Those cockpits look good.
The second Death Star is gone, but the Imperial fleet is still a threat. Vanguard Squadron, let's make history.
This is it, Titan Squadron. Everything we've done has led to this. Finish those Vanguard scum!
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Earn your wings in a single-player story spanning 2 factions.
All stations! Fire on that ship!
And master multiplayer battles as a
Still
squadron
super
of 5.
cutscene.
Of course.
Is that maybe gameplay?
There it is.
This is the definitive Star Wars pilot experience.
Come on, come on!
Damn, that does look pretty good.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I mean, Battlefront looks
Your
incredible.
career in a single-player story
So,
Welcome to Titan Squadron.
where you'll play as 2 combat pilots, flying for both the Empire and the New Republic. You'll experience this world through your cockpit. The instrumentation in front of you provides critical feedback about power management, targeting, and shields. With a squadron of diverse characters at your side, prove your skills
Rogue
on
Squadron vibes.
increasingly challenging missions.
Yeah.
Hello, Vanguard. Welcome to the Nadiri dockyard.
She is.
One of my spies has linked the attacks with the New Republic Starhawk project.
The story of the 2 pilots you play
Stick together.
will shape the balance of power in the galaxy.
Get ready.
Let him have it.
To take the fight online, you'll need flight time with all 8 ships. Fighters are the most flexible and versatile, able to handle any
You have to play
situation.
single player stuff.
Interceptors are fast and highly maneuverable.
Let's get him.
Ideal for hunting down your opponent's starfighters.
That was kind of fun.
Support ships can keep allies safe and
U-wings, yeah.
stocked up,
Nice.
as well as
Oh.
disrupting enemy fighters.
Light him up. Nice.
Bombers are the heavy hitters, able to deal devastating damage to enemy flagships.
All right, I think that's
and
what you are, Hubert.
starfighters.
But if you've got a preferred
Love the bombers.
component and need something customized, I'll take care of it.
Unlock everything you need to customize your pilot and starfighters simply by playing the game. From cosmetics to
okay.
an arsenal of over 50
Okay.
components
I'm
that
not gonna
alter
put
how your
Ewok in my
ships fly
cockpit.
Elaborate.
and survive.
They're on you.
It's like Elite Dangerous Star Wars.
You can dramatically change your
Good.
loadout depending on your squadron's strategy.
Finally got him.
This will be critical in Star Wars Squadrons multiplayer modes. First up, dogfights.
This is great. Great trailer now.
This is an all-out 5v5 battle.
Vanguard 5, that was the best.
Fine-tune your loadouts to work as a team.
Moving in on the enemy.
Utilize components like tractor beams, turrets, and mines.
Cool.
to slow down your opponents or set up your squad mates for the kill.
Rebels unmarked.
For teams looking for an even greater challenge, it's time to prove yourself in Star Wars Squadrons' signature mode, Fleet Battles. Fleet Battles are multi-stage conflicts. Whether playing solo or with friends, you'll have the option to compete against other players or AI as a squadron of 5.
Don't worry, I got him for you.
Meet your team in the social hub to solidify strategy, coordinate loadouts, and prepare for takeoff. First, push the front line by winning the dogfight in the center of the map.
Battlefield style.
Next, attack or defend 2 medium-sized capital ships.
Cool.
We've lost our capital ships.
And finally, the ultimate goal. Target and destroy the subsystems of your opponent's massive flagship and take it down.
Excellent, dude.
At each phase, your squadron either pushes the line forward or falls back to defend.
Keep our flagships safe.
It's your squadron's choice of how to play.
I'm hit.
Cool.
Speedy, unrelenting assaults.
Stay together, strike quickly.
Stealth and subversion.
Jamming the enemy. Sensors can't spot you.
Or brutal bombardment.
That ship is vulnerable. Take your shot.
We need to hurry.
A unified squadron is the key to victory.
Making my attack run now.
Let's make this count.
This is Star Wars Squadrons. Join the galaxy's finest and make your mark.
You are the hope of this galaxy.
Fun.
Pretty impressed.
Yeah, montage at the end. Use the old trailer footage, but
Jones.
I love it.
Pretty cool. Here's my score.
But that's like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Lamar Jackson. I'm excited to be a part of the EA Sports family and to be you guys' new man cover athlete. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store for you this season. This is EA Sports Next Level.
Next gen back.
Feel it all.
When you feel that burst of speed,
It's like I'm lightning. In that moment, I'm untouchable.
when I play, I'm not afraid of anything.
Not afraid to hit or get hit.
This game is the one true love. Makes me feel like somebody. I never thought I could rise to another way.
It's just me and the keeper. My heart is like... Doom. Score that goal, and you're a hero.
And history carves your name.
You know what it sounds like? 60,000 people.
Singing your song?
I can't live without that feeling.
Timmy Bones. I feel football in my heart.
Feel it in your hands.
Why? Chase it. See the unknown.
Face my fears.
Tom Brady in the Tampa uniform.
I want the real thing. I want that sweat dripping, shin splitting, hair raising.
I want to live in the floodlights.
I want to feel it all. EA Sports. It's in the game.
That was actually a pretty dope trailer.
That was wild. That was all over the place.
Now,
They kept going back
that's a
between,
lot to
I mean,
look
football
forward
and
to,
football. You know,
but
soccer
there's
and
more.
football. So
Here
it's
to
hard to tell
us
like
about
what was
the
what.
future of gaming is EA's Chief Studio Officer, Laura Miele.
I like how every single one of
Thanks,
these has
Greg,
said future
and
of
thanks,
gaming
Lamar.
somehow.
Welcome to the EA Sports family. There are great things to come from EA Sports for all of you, and that's just the beginning. As you've seen throughout the show today, our electronic artists are working hard to bring you more of the games that you want to play. Games like Star Wars Squadrons, Apex Legends, and Command & Conquer. These games all exist because of you. Your voices are heard, and we are acting on your feedback. Now, we've talked a lot about all the exciting games you'll be playing this year, but our studios are working even further out, creating new experiences, new stories, new gameplay, all enabled by new console technology.
Good to know.
And we're so excited about what's to come, we don't want to wait until next June to share what the teams are working on.
Wait, what?
Generation shifts are an opportunity to push beyond the boundaries of gaming as we know it today. And this time is no different. Our studios are taking their crazy ambitious ideas and making them real. Criterion is known for how their games feel. From superior physics to nuanced details of gameplay, this team hand curates the moment-to-moment experience. And with the new consoles this year, there will be a seamless immersion which will get you into the race in a matter of seconds.
What was that, the PS5?
BioWare imagines and creates worlds where you become the hero of
Amen.
your own
Is
story.
that Dragon Age?
And
Dragon Age?
uses
Dragon Age?
technology to make those fantasy
Dragon Age
worlds your
souls?
reality. For every console generation, DICE sets the bar for excellence in audio and visual presentation. We are creating epic battles at a scale and fidelity unlike anything you've experienced before. At Motive, we are working on a highly ambitious and innovative new game that puts the power and creativity in your hands. And it's an experience that would have been impossible without next-gen technology. This is just the beginning of the things we are working on, and there is so much more to come. The future of EA Studios is not just about new technology. It's about you, your voices, your ideas. We want to be where you come to play. We want to make games for everyone. So please keep giving us your feedback and let's build the future together. On behalf of all of our studios, thank you for joining us today.
I thought she was going to say money for a second.
But before we
Please
sign
keep
off,
giving us your money.
there's just one more game we would love to share.
One
more game.
Cousin Darren, over to you.
Cousin.
Thank you. So the moment.
Skateboard!
Oh, yeah, skateboard.
They did it!
They did it.
We're doing it. Skate's happening. We're rolling. We've secretly
Finally!
got together. It's the beginning. The skate
Hell yeah,
evolution.
dude.
We didn't
They
miss
just
this
missed
at
it
all.
all.
Every comment
to
of
make the
every
right
post
game
they do is
at
just
the right
skate,
time
skate.
with the right idea, and really, really pleased to say that we're here. It is really early, but it takes a little while to find Cuz or wake him up.
Dude, harsh. Still, we've got a long way to go, but we're stoked, and this is just the beginning.
And seriously, we really can't wait to bring you guys in and have you be a part of it with us.
We want to thank you for your passion, your patience, and all the support that you've shown, us to get to this point.
Oh, the comments.
It's amazing. We cannot believe you commented this into existence. Amazing. Skate changed my life. Thank you so much. Skate forever.
Guys, we did it.
Nice.
We brought back Skate. Thank you to EA. Thank you to Cuz. Thank you to Darren. Thank you to you. Thank you to me. I can't believe that I'm so happy and my heart rate. Is this what exercise feels like? Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. Before we go, because I love you guys, here are the last letters of the secret code. If you think you've got the complete code,
So was it
go
just EA
to
Play
play
Live?
It's just EA Play Live,
EA
yeah, in
and
case you
enter
missed
for a
it.
chance
I
to
don't
win
know.
one of
We called it
thousands of
after
free
letter
games
two.
They
sponsored
had 4 more
by
announcements.
what they
player.gg.
want us to
You
think.
can find
They
the
had 4
official
more
rules
announcements
and
they
everything
cut out
else
last
over
minute.
At player.gg/EA. Now, this has been an amazing experience, an amazing opportunity for all of us all over the world to come together and celebrate gaming. Thank you for being part of EA Play. Until next time, I'll see you online, and it's been my pleasure to serve you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh no, my
This
bad.
is like the
Show right
highlight.
there.
Yeah.
Lost in random highlight.
Lost
Yeah,
in
Lost
Random
in
was like the
Random.
highlight, and I mean, Star looks good. but,
Squadron looked cool.
so little shiny.
The sports trailer was like my favorite trailer.
I hate to say this, but like more so than any other year, EA had more flexibility and control over showing stuff when they want. They pick the date and everything. They do this again. I don't get it.
So what's Criterion doing, Blood? Did they just say that Criterion should be in Criterion?
Cars.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I mean, that's the next Need for Speed game, but it's like literally just like a render of 2 cars.
Yeah.
And do we have it? Did they say what developer was that last thing after DICE?
Motive. The same one's doing Squadron.
What the hell was like that Dragon Age shot of like the environments?
Yeah, that was just
What's
they were talking
happening?
about BioWare, so that's probably Dragon Age.
They didn't even
Just
say
like-
it though.
Yeah, just some
Like,
weird
shut
Dark
up,
Souls-y
don't
shots.
think about it.
If they tweet it later, if EA account tweets like, "Hey, look at these Dragon Age," I'd be like, "Why the hell did you say?" No one sense people.
I mean, they didn't
You know,
say
like-
Need for Speed either, and it was like obviously Need
Yeah.
for Speed.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's weird.
Um,
Like, how many games are there? 5?
What in that last thing? Yeah,
No, total.
Oh, total.
no,
There's like 10 or 12.
there's like 12
Oh.
or something. Yeah.
All right,
Apex,
all right.
Command and Conquer, thing Joseph Ferris is working on. It Takes Two, Lost in Random, Rocket Arena, Star Wars Squadrons, Madden, FIFA, and then the weird
Skate.
4.
In Skate.
Criterion, Dragon Quest 4, Dice
Skate.
Motive, that weird little montage, and then Skate.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up.
Skate,
But Skate was just like a
dude.
conference.
Sick.
That was
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
That
was a
game's
skate
far
shot.
away.
Yeah.
I don't know if I count those last.
That
those
deal
last
could
3
have
or
gone
4.
through this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick, get on a call.
That was
It-
so fast.
It's happening for everyone out there. That's sweet.
It was like over the weekend, everyone was announcing their new skateboard video games, and EA is finally like, all right,
All right.
we'll
all
do
right.
it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but it is funny though if you look on any like Instagram post and that EA does, like literally
Skate,
like
skate,
90%
skate.
is just skate, skate, skate.
But it's going to be Show Skate.
Right.
Show Skate. Where's
Right.
Skate?
And
They're not going to
Skate
slow
when.
down. Yeah, Skate
Yeah.
when.
Well, we'll get
Especially because
the-
he told them that it was them who made it happen. You
yeah, we'll get
commented
the
this into
unshaded
existence.
renders next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a couple years. Next gen
Uh,
Skate though, that's pretty hype.
It is
Yeah.
very hype. And Star Wars looked really, really good.
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
The way that's
kinda-
built as well.
I'm kind of worried about 5v5. I wish there's a little more, but
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet, so maybe it makes total sense. But it seems like a little small to me for a big space battle.
Yeah, it depends
Fair.
too how long some of these matches are.
Yeah,
You're
I
spending
don't
45 to an hour doing these campaigns. And it's just like the same dudes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
It was funny to see they actually showed the first person, I think it's called a K turn, where because Star Wars ships, like the board game simulates this well, but Star Wars ships work like airplanes. They don't do like space stuff like in Battlestar Galactica or whatever, you know. So like I was wondering what that would look like in first person with a like high fidelity ship in space.
Did we
Look
any,
kinda cool.
Did we see any battles on planets, or is it all in space?
It was all in space.
I think it's on space.
Yeah, it's just ships.
I hope
Clouds
there's
was
some
the
on
closest we got
planets,
to
Damiani.
It's a space game, Damiani. What do you want?
I don't.
I mean, I want
Like
it to
Rogue
be
Squadron.
like Rogue Squadron that has both.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
yeah.
I was hoping for maybe at least like planetary levels. I knew it was gonna be squadron based, like that obviously called that. But keeping it all in space, I mean, yeah.
I feel you.
I mean, they do have bombers. I mean, I know that those can be
Yeah.
used against the
I think that's just gonna be for ships, but
big ships, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta wait for the land pack, Damiani.
Well, I wonder if
Yeah, I
they-
mean they showed what was it, Bespin or Cloud thing you said?
Yeah.
I mean that's still like sky, I guess, like something with like terrain and a surface and like you know bombing like base, like I don't know.
I wonder
It
if
feels
this
like
game
such a key
started.
part of
Preach.
I wonder if it started as a mode for Battlefront or something that got spun out because like it doesn't seem like an entire game.
It's only
Well,
40
it's 40.
Oh, it's
Well,
40. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Huber, weren't
good.
you saying like that mode, their fleet battle mode is
Battlefield
basically
S
just
mode.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar enough with it, but you said like the
Multi-phase,
phases.
you
Yeah.
change
Like squad, the
objectives.
squads put like you're pushing each.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever wins each stage pushes to like into their territory and stuff. Yeah, that's Nah. I think visually it looked good too.
Yeah, I really hope there's a part where you
Yeah.
like fly inside a space station or something and blow it up.
There was some
Something
materials.
sweet like that.
I don't know if it was like a sewer or the inside of a ship or something, but yeah.
Just feels like every EA game is designed for like battle passes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like every game feels like this. We're gonna make a platform, and the game is gonna last many years, and we're gonna have a battle pass and seasons. Like every single one of their
Yeah,
games.
Keeper, when they were showing customizable stuff for your ship, like
Yeah.
the Ewok, I was like, oh shit, man. Like I hope
Yeah.
this isn't microtransaction battle pass.
Well, they
fiesta.
specifically said
Well,
that it wouldn't be.
They specifically said you can earn it
I
all
mean,
in game.
I'm sorry, I don't trust EA like right
Yeah,
off
fair.
the bat. So
Sure, I just feel like
Yeah.
at this point, like after
you
what
can
they
say
had to
that-
backpedal on Battlefront, that it's
You could say the same thing about Fortnite. Like you can earn everything in game, but
Mhm.
you still spend
it's-
money.
basically impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do it right, whatever they do.
Yeah.
But
The gameplay of it looked really cool.
Cool. Yeah, VR.
Good vibe.
First person only, it looked like too.
We
knew that. Person, yeah.
Oh, you knew that? Okay.
And like just some deep mechanics that I wasn't expecting. Like
Yeah.
the cockpit looked pretty cool.
Power management, dude.
I love
That's really cool.
Well, they did say like they put extra emphasis on like the interface there. So I wonder if they didn't let you stay in if you could go out of first person, it would ruin that. Like they'd have to do HUD elements and stuff. And they don't want that.
Right.
I like the ship pairing. That's cool. I like that they, there's like classes, and so it's not just the Empire is so drastically different. Obviously, there's like difference in styles and obviously flight controls for those ships, but I like that it's the same basic idea.
Yeah.
The support class is super interesting. That's like even dating back to like the TIE Fighter multiplayer games. I don't think there was any of that. So it'd be interesting supplying dudes, and especially Brad, if we ever get more than 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did they say? Did they give any indication about whether or not there are 5 classes of ships shown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if there's 5 players, it's like, does everyone have to be in a specific class, or can
No, I think you can
all
do
go
whatever
5 like X-wings?
5 classes, or just because they're saying you need experience with 8 ships before you.
Yeah, I thought
go
it was 4
online.
classes.
Oh, sorry, 4 of each. Yeah,
Yeah, interceptor, bomber, the E-wing, like healer support.
But I guess like.
Then
Do you have to have one
normal.
of each role in minimum, and then like you can have a double of one?
I think you probably just pick whatever you want.
I'm
I hope.
curious to see how that plays
but
out.
you'll get yelled at.
Like, oh man, I don't want to.
Yeah,
be
well, there'll be people like, oh, like no one's
We need
who
a
wants to be our
bomber,
bomber. Who wants to be our
idiot.
bomber? Bomber's boring. It's like,
Don't be
all
an
right, we're gonna
A-wing.
lose. Over the match, that type of stuff. Lost in Random though.
Lost in Random was absolutely
Looks
the
really,
highlight
really good.
of this.
I hope that's not
100%.
short. I hope that's a nice meaty game, because that was
Either way,
most of their games are usually small.
the
But we'll see.
music and
It definitely looked the highest budget out of all their games.
Yeah,
which is cool. Yeah.
and I think It Takes Two looks really good as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Down.
Really interested to see how emotion mechanics actually look.
Yeah, the talk about that seemed kind of interesting. It's unfortunate we only got like level shots, like environment shots in action, but like for some of that, it's like show a little bit more for some of those stages. But yeah, seeing that how those emotions play, I'm really curious about that. But I mean, the story looks like it should be good too. Character who's creating this,
Totally.
Yeah.
Like Brothers and A Way Out are both really, really solid games. So
Yeah, I
reason
think
to be
it's
excited.
interesting how he always focuses somewhat on 2 characters.
On 2, yeah.
Because of his brother, probably.
Yeah.
Just that bond.
I hope he's nice
that-
to his employees.
Yeah.
always,
It
always.
takes two.
Goes without saying, sure. So yeah, they're not ready for next gen at all.
Or rather, they're waiting. I think maybe they are taking their time. My best guess would be they're taking their time because they don't want to be there at launch. They have no intention of doing launch support for either of these consoles.
Yeah.
They want
Squadrons
their
is
bread
launch,
their
but
bread and butter is like Brad was saying, like and Hubert was saying, like battle passes, like huge install bases, like lots of people playing. There's not going to be huge install bases for those games probably till sometime in next year, and they will probably start sometime in 2021. You'll start seeing their games.
Madden,
coming out.
FIFA.
Well, it's very
Yeah.
possible too that on July 14th for the Xbox thing, we're gonna see more of this stuff too.
True.
Yeah.
It
was nice to see. I would rather see what we saw from what Criterion's working on in Dragon Age and potential Battlefield. Like that was nice, rather than just people at a desk like waving or like a Zoom call. But at the same time,
yeah.
it was interesting vibe having 4 of those games to basically show. It's like across all 4 of these studios, they are all going to be not talking for a very long time. It's like,
Right.
oh, okay, that's a lot, that you can
But-
have a bit where you talk about 4 that are just, we're not going to hear from.
On the upside to that though, old EA would have made a 6-minute segment out of all 4 of those.
It's a little bit better.
with
It's
the
a little bit
same
better.
amount of stuff
Mhm.
shown.
But like Need for Speed's probably the only one that's going to be maybe the motive thing, but like out by next EA Play, out by summer 2021.
Oh, I don't think Need for Speed will be. I think Need for Speed is fall 2021.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, but we'll see again. Like I don't like. I could see Dragon Age 4 skipping the next EA Play as well.
Yeah.
But
just seems like big budget single player games are their like last priority. Like Dragon Age and Mass Effect are obviously bigger than EA, so like they're going to continue to support those. But like everything just screams continuate, like a foundation for battle pass and seasons and ongoing games. Like doesn't really get me excited. That's why the originals were the best, because those were these story-driven games that didn't seem like multiplayer or battle pass focused. So just interesting to see where this company's at still.
It's interesting how they started things off too, like reconfirming like a lot of stuff that we sort of already saw them doing, right? It's like, okay, these games are coming to Steam. We're not going to tell you all of them. Okay, these games are coming to Switch. We're not going to tell you all of them. Oh, these games are getting crossplay. We're not going to tell you. Like it's just kind of strange to just kind of like lay out these sort of vague strategies without like actually telling you what games are involved there.
Yeah.
Got some Jeff Grubb has some EA updates, just tweeting out saying Battlefield 6 is going to have a modern setting. UFC is coming. EA is making a golf game of its own again. And the Battlefield Bad Company remaster that was teased a while back is now canned. Not happening anymore.
Oh, okay.
What is not happening?
Battlefield Bad Company remaster.
Wow.
Got scrapped.
Bummer.
What was the second thing? Sorry. UFC is coming.
UFC, a golf game, and
Golf
then
game, yeah.
Battlefield 6 setting is modern day. Oh well.
Yeah, it's in a way it's kind of weird because it feels like in terms of new games, right? Not things that didn't get updates. Like half of their presentation were just things that they're funding. They're not really even making.
Yeah.
Kind of curious. We got 2 of the 7 games coming to Switch over the next 12 months from EA. Burnout Paradise Remastered, Apex Legends are 2 of them.
Yeah.
You got 5 more. I wonder if, like, Mass Effect trilogy, you were talking about that before. Like, what we think maybe the other 5 are. I mean, I'd love to see the indie stuff, the EA original stuff come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could see them trying to get Sims on there.
Yeah.
They've done, but they did My Sims on the Wii. Remember that whole spin-off series?
Oh yeah, My Sims.
With like cross progression and stuff. Take your
FIFA.
home with you on Switch.
Yeah,
they did a Witcher style. It'd be great. Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Are there any Plants vs. Zombies games that haven't come out on Switch that would make sense?
I don't know if Neighborville is on there. I do not know that. But that's the newest Garden Warfare one. And then they obviously just did 3, right? On mobile, Jones?
Yeah, when they say 7 new games coming to Switch, does that mean new games, or
they
does
just
that
said
mean
7
like Switch?
games,
Like, if I only have a Switch, it's new to me. Like
right. Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think they're mostly ports. Most
then
likely.
PvZ, of course. 1 and 2.
Skate. Very good.
Sure.
Very good. Confirmation. Not a lot to get hyped on because they didn't show anything and it seems like 5 years away, but like just the confirmation. Yes.
Skateboarding making a comeback. You got Tony Hawk remasters.
Yeah.
You got Skate.
Weirdly high amount of them, actually.
Yeah,
So,
some of those games that have been in development forever, they need to like get out now.
Yeah, dude.
Put your game out before the big boys show up.
Oh yeah, all those indie ones we saw like at the Guerrilla Collective and stuff.
Skatebird and all that.
And then the one with like the
Skater
polygon.
XL and Session, which I think Session may actually be out. I don't remember.
Tough to make a good skateboard game, I think.
I've never done it.
Yeah, I've never tried.
Surprised no
Guess
Anthem?
I don't know. Not at all
Tech
surprised.
Decks?
in it.
Tech Decks
Sunken
is
cost fallacy. They
They're
should just
done.
drop it.
Just done with it.
Session is out, but only on early
Fallacy.
access. Okay.
Fallacy.
Fallacy. Fallacy.
So like where we at grade wise?
Grade wise. Ooh.
Oh, that.
I think I'm at a
Dude,
C.
I have no idea.
What did I give last year's EA press conference?
I didn't look that up for you, Damian. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
It's funny because EA tends to go first. So
Yeah.
EA's not first this time.
We're usually very hopeful when we see an EA.
If we were there today, what would we have played of all of this? I mean, Command
We
and Conquer
would've-
Remastered, obviously. They
Squadron.
would have had
Squadron,
stations up for
which
that.
is
You think?
already
Squadron's a
out,
thing?
though.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would have played. If it's coming out in October, you would have played a
Yeah.
Squadron demo
Yeah,
for sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Probably in VR
Yeah,
or not.
I think-
Rocket Arena.
Yeah, we would definitely have played Rocket Arena because we already have.
Yeah.
Star Wars Squadrons, Rocket Arena, and then, I'd say Lost in Random might have been playable.
Mhm.
I feel like
I
it
bet-
takes
I
two
bet
is a
that
little
would've been
further
a-
out.
Lost in Random would have probably been a developer like walkthrough.
Yeah.
Hands
Mhm.
off.
Yeah.
Because when we played, Brad,
Play
the boat,
Apex Legends.
the
I
boat
guess.
game with the water flooding the town and you got to
Yeah.
go on the boat.
Mhm.
There's
Sea of
the
Solitude.
Solitude.
We didn't get to
Oh
play that.
yeah.
I think they told us and we said no, we'd rather. I think they offered actually.
Oh.
Okay.
And I think we were like, it'll go faster if you just run us through this, you know. I think maybe you, yeah. I don't remember. if they
Lost in
specifically
Random
offered or
is
not.
coming to Switch.
There you go.
Hey, Dead
Yeah, it had
Space
the-
3 got announced for Steam.
Yeah.
We would have been playing that.
Oh.
Maybe you would have been playing that.
No, I don't think they would have brought that to E3.
Yeah. Apex Legends they would have again.
Oh,
Do
they'd
we-
have a
do we-
huge thing for that. Yeah.
Do we think this is another stealth test to judge Dead Space interest? Releasing
Maybe.
3 on Steam. Check the numbers.
I don't think so. I feel like they're just really like taking anything from their back catalog that's not on Steam right now,
I'm just
throwing it on there.
fishing, man.
Anything
I'm
that's
just
easy to
fishing
throw
for
on there,
hope.
they're throwing
putting it back
on
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huber, if they would judge the success or like that series continuing based off Dead Space 3
Yeah.
on PC,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty depressed.
Yeah,
It'd be a faulty test.
Yeah, like,
Faulty
it's
test.
a bad designed to fail.
Sabotage.
Uh,
But yeah, that was is weird because I appreciated what was being said in several of the talking moments, obviously.
Yeah, Dead Space 1 and 2 are already on Steam.
Okay.
It was a very
And then-
poignant presentation. At
Yeah, a
several-
lot of poignant moments, but then a lot of just kind of like pointless sections too of talking that you didn't need. Like the entire Squadron interview, I was like, don't. The gameplay has talking over it. Just skip the interview.
I liked his drawings.
Like,
I was happy
we-
got to see those.
Not
Yeah,
to
the
be
drawings were cute.
not to be mean, but like we get that the people making it like Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
we know. We've
Yeah.
heard it a million times. Like,
yeah, that's
everyone-
like every developer.
Right.
I'm
It's
working
like
on
we
Star
don't-
Wars, but I don't like it.
It kind of sucks that they.
like his
I
drawings
wonder-
were cool. That was
Yeah,
cool.
they were cool.
I just
But
hope they
also
don't
it's
feel they have to
immaterial.
do it because like they have to like earn that cred with like certain fans. It's like no, that's don't do that. Don't pander to that, please.
Yeah, if you
And
want
just get
cred,
into
just
it.
put out a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like a C- or a D, but like I think that the like Andrew Wilson,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think his statement at the front was nice. The font size on the prompter needed to be larger because you could see his eye trace, but
Yeah.
otherwise it was
Well,
good.
the camera was too good. It's like when you get a
Yeah.
camera that's solid. Like I can see it.
But yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think if EA even has a thing that would make us all go like, whoa,
Yeah.
and like Skate, kinda. I guess
Yeah.
if they did a Dead Space thing,
What-
Huber would be excited.
What I've been
or
thinking about
even
yesterday.
like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, like you show that stuff, and that's getting everyone excited. But it's a
Yeah.
long ways away still.
I thought about this
Yeah.
last night though, but it's like, no Bethesda this month, no Nintendo this month, Konami's not doing anything, Square Enix is not doing anything. So it's
Mhm.
nice that they're,
Yeah.
this and the PC gaming show are both like, E3. It's like
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
something. At
Oh,
least it was like a little the names and there weren't these companies that just kind of had to like jump out and be like, we'll do something.
Yeah.
The ESA certainly was like,
Yeah,
So the
because
next-
there's a lot of stuff happening next week, but a lot of it is like you're saying, it's like smaller things that normally wouldn't have been happening at E3.
yeah. Before like
the
PAX
Xbox one
Online
is
and
the next big one in
Um,
July.
We don't have
Ubisoft
the date
is in
for
July.
it. Ubisoft's the next. I mean, next
Ah.
big conference. We got some things coming up. You mean like something like huge? I think the
Ubisoft
next.
Forward is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, Ubisoft is in July. It's on July 12th. And yeah, a bunch of news and stuff like that. But I mean, don't forget next week we have.
I've got it right
Day
here.
of the
So we
Devs,
got
New
Day of the
Game Plus.
Devs. Go ahead.
Sorry, New Game Plus Expo. We got June 24th. We got the Avengers update plus a new Pokemon game being announced that day as well. I wonder, are they still sticking Cyberpunk after the delay? June 25th. Are they still doing their Cyberpunk event?
That thing mentioned that they were. Yeah.
So June 25th.
Maybe they'll announce the next gen versions there.
Yeah, we don't have a time for that yet. So that is the next 4 days. But then you're right, Huber. July, Ubisoft. That's the big one. But I mean, the biggest one coming up in July, it's probably going to be Ubisoft will be pretty big, Huber. But like whatever Xbox's first party showcase is, whenever that is, that's gonna be huge. And then probably the Gamescom opening night live thing in August is gonna be like massive, I'm gonna guess.
And I think that it's, I mean, some point Nintendo is gonna get a direct out there that's gonna have things that would have been at E3.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious to see whether that's gonna be a July thing or an August thing, how they're gonna end up timing that.
Yeah.
And Nintendo Direct can happen on a snap,
like
right?
next day.
Yeah, we're still. I mean, we're still waiting for the first Smash Brothers character who's supposed to be due out, not just announced, but due out this month.
Oh,
so
expect that anytime then, right?
Yeah, so that could drop anytime.
Delayed by COVID, I'm sure.
It could be happening.
Right. Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, so I wonder if they're just like waiting till the last minute.
Cool.
Well, I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Thanks, everyone.
October 2nd, I know what I'm doing.
What is our next thing we have again?
The next thing that we have?
Doing a podcast in 2 hours.
I'll
have Huber and Brad on.
Reaction
Johnny's
shots.
the only one on this that won't be there. So
Reaction Shots is tomorrow morning, goes public. We had special guest Dennis Dortch, who's a director, and my friend Gabby, who worked in post on some shows like High Fidelity and Ava DuVernay's new thing. So that'll be cool. That goes live tomorrow, public.
I thought you were gonna say you got Ava for a second. I was like,
no. Yeah, I wish.
We would be hyping that up.
Yeah, I'd be screaming that from the rooftops.
Yeah.
And then Ben's streams moved to Saturday, but Don will be streaming Wave Race tomorrow night.
Nice.
And then Saturday will be
more
Animal Crossing, Persona 5, PSO2, and Easy Update.
Gotta figure out what to do for Easy Update still.
Yeah. And then we got to figure out what all we're doing for the reactions next week because there's a lot happening.
And
woo! Stay tuned.
Space
right.
one day. Not gonna give up.
That's positivity, Huber.
Yeah, it'll come.
Who are we? Because I don't think Greg Miller spelled out who we were during the.
Oh yeah, they misspelled it.
They got it wrong.
Like, there's an L
Our check
in
must have
there
not
too
cleared.
early.
The check didn't clear.
Allies Live.
Easy play.
Allies Live.
Oh, so you know what's weird about Squadrons? I just got the press release. It doesn't confirm next gen at all. It's still just saying this gen.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it will. I imagine it'll get there eventually, but maybe not this year.
Blech.
I'm telling you, they're ready. It's sports is there's no excuse. Sports has to show up. Like if people are going to spend that much money, they've got to have access to those two franchises.
I think
everything else is they're taking their time
for sure.
Which from like a board of directors EA perspective is fascinating to me. But we will explore that more in the Easy Allies podcast. Early access for patrons on Friday, but everyone else can listen to it on Sunday. Hopefully EA is still relevant in 3 days. We'll talk about it then.
Still relevant?
Yeah. Sweet.
I think that's going to do it for us for today. So thank you all for tuning in and watching us. And we did our best with what EA showed us. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, we're Easy Allies. You can support
Skate.
us. Skate. You can support Skate.
Hold on to those.
Hold on to Skate.
Tight.
Squadrons.
Huber will something into existence.
Here's the
Huber. Make it happen.
New Republic.
Love and respect. We'll see you all next time. Take it easy.